My next question will start off with you, Chad. How did Dr. Carey Ruby and I help your school board as you went about selecting this new superintendent? Like, what do you think was the best help that we did for you?
I would say it's your wealth of experience between the three of you in helping us. Like Jill said, none of us had ever chose a superintendent before. So to have that, you as subject matter experts to help us not only review the data as well as the other steps in the selection process, but also to benchmark not only the candidates, but our district and how it compares to maybe other districts in our area, as well as districts that are similar in size that may be in other communities. That experience and benchmarking opportunity that the three of you provided was very valuable.
Robin?
I don't know that I could, just pick out one thing to mention, because I felt like probably the most important thing that you and Carrie both did was to be with us every step of the way. And there were many steps to that process, starting with just when right off the bat, you made us realize that the job description we had for superintendent was outdated. And really wasn't what we were looking for. And we wouldn't have even thought about the fact that that's what the applicants were looking at. So that was something right out of the chute that you helped us with. And then so we stepped back and we revised our job description for our superintendent, updated it to where we really wanted it to be. And then you helped us make choices about who did we want to be involved in the process with us, who did we want to survey, what groups of stakeholders, and how are we going to find those people? How are we going to contact them and get them to participate? Little steps like that we, it was just a huge process along the way. And early on, you created a timeline for us, which we followed. We did make a few changes along the way, but pretty much once we said, we want to hire our superintendent by this date, you pretty much took that date and then just put all the steps in between. And we pretty much stuck with that timeline. And we did hire our superintendent by our goal target. So, there were just so many steps along the way. You helped us create questions for the interviews that were aligned with the qualities we were looking for in a superintendent. You helped us determine what would be appealing, competitive compensation packages for our finalists. So, from the very beginning to the time we hired the superintendent, you were there with us every step, giving us the support that I think we needed, because we just didn't have the experience of having gone through this. And you and Carrie both had such insight into the process, as well as what a superintendent would be looking for, as we are trying to appeal to the best candidate, and we want to present the best package, and we want to, all of those things. So I just thought that was the best part. Your experience, your ability to take us step by step and support us the entire way.
Jill?
I'm not sure I can add anything else to that. That was such a comprehensive answer. But I would have to say, aside from all the things you would expect a search firm to do, I really appreciated you and Carrie coming to us and being with us in person. I know that we're doing this now via Zoom, but it was really important to have a connection with you two. And I felt like our personalities did mesh very well together. And I think you understood really what we were looking for in our superintendent and the qualities that we were looking for. I think that you guys did a really good job of picking up on us and our needs. And so that helped you and helped us determine what kinds of questions we should ask our candidates. And how we should ask them and who should be asking the questions. And not only that, how did we rate their answers? So everyone had a clear guide in the interview process. And that was really, to me, a really important part of this whole thing, is that we were really consistent in our in our interview questions and making sure that each candidate had the same amount of time, the same questions. They were all on an even playing field, and how they answered those questions is how we came up with our solution.